Lord Halton of Castlewood. He was claiming to have information about Gawain. If my memory serves, he made mention of a residence north of town. Might as well go and see if it's true. This is the residence of Lord Halton. He must be much more important than I thought if he can afford a manse in this part of King's Landing.
You're inside Harleton's residence, and I'm captain of his guard, Sir Ethan.
I am Alistair Sarwick. Lord Halton is expecting me.
Ah, so you're the heretic he's been talking of. Let me warn you, your worthless religion has no place here.
I'm here to see your lord. I don't have time for theological debate with his underling.
Ah, there you are. I was anxious to speak with you. Did you meet any trouble on your way here?
Ah, well, other than the warm welcome I received from an amateur theologian in your employ, I have no complaint.
You must be speaking of Sir Ethan. He's the captain of my watch. Please forgive him. He is bound to the Seven. While I was waiting for you, I made the mistake of telling him that you belong to the clergy of Rilor. But enough small talk. We have some important matters to...
You spoke my name earlier. Have we met before?
Oh yes, many a time. But the last time we spoke was an age ago. Before the rebellion, I visited your father many a time. You were young back then, and more interested in the art of combat than conversation. More recently, we briefly crossed each other's paths during your father's funeral at River Spring. But it was not the time for discussions. I wish to tell you that your sudden and unexpected bereavement troubled me deeply. Reynald was a great man, a trusted friend. With him gone, I'm now worried about your sister. I discovered that she was set on marrying your bastard brother, Villar. This man carries a grim reputation since the war, and it has only gotten worse since he became a servant of the Queen.
Valar is quite keen on marrying my sister indeed, but it won't happen if I manage to get back my title. But that is a matter for another time. You spoke of some news of Gawain. Tell me what has become of him.
Yes, your brother. Knowing that you were in King's Landing, I thought I'd find you and share my fears with you.
What fear? You're talking about Gawain being accused of patricide. I already know about it.
Yes, but I came to King's Landing to ask him if there was any truth to this tale. Unfortunately, I have been unable to do so, and now I fear that he is fleeing from some trouble. Or worse yet, that trouble has already caught up to him. My initial findings were quite worrisome.
What sort of findings do you speak of? What did you discover?
Well, I managed to track down Gawain to King's Landing, hoping I'd be able to confront him before he vanished again. According to my sources, a friend of his had helped him find refuge in a cellar, only accessible through the sewers. Unfortunately, something terrible occurred before I could get there. Rumors of murders started. I hear that you...
By the flame, I need to know what became of him.
As a friend of your father's, I wish to offer you. Let me introduce you to Sir Desmond. He is my sworn sword and the very best swordsman in the Riverland. He has helped me gather up what little information we have. As a former gold cloak, he still keeps a few friends in the City Watch, and has tried to question them about these murders.
According to them, no investigation. Seems that very few people in the inkling of what happened. Those who appeared to know something had clearly been ordered to keep their mouth shut. Certainly seemed as if trying to keep...
It looks like I need to go to the crime scene myself.
My friends in the City Watch showed me how to get to the cellar that your brother was supposedly hiding in. Given its location, should be able to take a look around quietly. You'll just have to deal with the bolt that the gold cloaks put there to prevent access.
Then we should leave immediately. There's no time to lose. Lord Halton, will you let Sir Desmond accompany me? I believe I could do with another sword at my side.
Of course. The sewers are one of the most dangerous places in King's Landing, and I would feel better knowing that...
Thank you.
If you're interested, my lord, I know an entrance to the sewers not far from here.
Perfect. Let's go.
Here we are. Normally we would go straight on, but the gate is shut. We will have to make a detour through the arena.
The arena?
You'll see. We're going to take the left path and stay on your guard. These sewers are crawling with thieves. City laws have no reach down here.
How long have you been with the City Watch, sir?
I worked there for more than 10 years, before the arrival of the new commander. And for 5 years now, I've been Lord Halton's sworn sword.
What is the password?
Oak and iron, guard me well.
Right. Come in.
You seem to know this place well.
Indeed. This place is often used for illegal fighting. The spectacle and the lure of gold attracts a lot of gamblers and good fighters. Lord Halton sometimes sends me here to recruit swordsmen for his personal guard.
They're off!
There you go. It's here.
Wait. This lock's been forced open.
7 hells. Someone got here ahead of us. Can still be inside.
Either way, we'll need to figure out what transpired here. Come on.
Come on, Stainer. Get a move on. No use hanging around here. Can't you see there's no sign of Horace here? We better go look somewhere else before we bump into the watch.
Don't you think it's strange, Bobby? The boss has never gone missing on a job like this before.
They're from the Reaper clan. Den is in the sewers.
Keep to the shadows, Desmond. I want to glean as much information as possible before we decide upon our next move.
Well, there was nothing here except this locket that was just lying on the ground. Probably gone to pick up the payment. For all we know, he may well be poking some more as we speak.
No, that's not like Horace. Nothing's happened to him, I'm sure of it.
After them. I have some questions, and I believe they will have the answers. What are you doing here?
Hey, where the hell did he come from?
You're in Reaper territory. Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
I wouldn't hold my breath waiting if I were you. Bill, everything you know right now.
Have mercy, my lord. It was Stainer's idea to come here. I was just following him, I swear.
I heard you speak of a locket. Where is it?
It's just a small locket, my lord. That's all. Since the city watch took everything, even the bodies, didn't think anyone would care.
Give it to me. Now.
Tell me, Alistair. Is that not your family's emblem engraved on this jewel?
Yes, I know this locket very well. Garwin has worn it since he was a child, which definitely means he was here. Porky, correct? Tell me what happened here immediately.
Nothing to do with me, my lord, I swear. It's my master who knows.
Where is your master?
That's what I'd like to know. He's gone. He had something to do here, but I haven't heard from him since. Axe sent small groups in all directions to find him. He can tell you himself. He's in our den.
Where is this den?
We have our own emblem. We painted it on the walls leading to our den so that everyone knows it's our territory.
Let's go then.
Are you sure, my lord? You're taking a huge risk.
That may be, but I have to know for certain if Garwin is dead or alive.
What about him? What should we do with him?
I don't want him to warn his friends. King's Landing will be better off without him.
Please, no, have mercy.
R'hllor knows no mercy. Now, let us head to their den. Here's the infamous hideout.
Get your weapon ready. You again?
Well, well. If it isn't my old mugger friend. What a small world we live in.
Lied to us. You said you'd give us your brother, just to save your skin, eh? Your pretty speeches won't save you this time. Learn what happens when you mess with the Reapers. Enough. You win. You admit you're a good fighter. What do you want?
I know your boss killed people in the cellars. Tell me where he is.
Well, that's the thing. Didn't hear from him until about an hour ago. Since he went to collect the payment, in fact. I just learned that he was arrested by the Gold Cloaks.
Whose payment?
No clue. Boris usually keeps that kind of information to himself. The Gold Cloaks took him to their blasted tower over there. A feeling we won't be seeing him again.
The city watchtower, you say?
There. I've answered your questions. If you're going to kill me, then kill me and be done with it.
A man like you does nothing but cause harm to the people. The law will judge you as he sees fit. What with this empty cellar and Oris imprisoned in the city watchtower, I can see no end to the challenges R'hllor has set against me.
Listen, I have good reason to believe that the famous city watchtower will be the answer to your problems. Your brother stands accused of patricide. If he still lives, he'll be in the dungeons. If he's been executed, they most likely will have stored his corpse in the basement while they confirm his identity.
You are correct. There's no other option. I must get inside that tower.
I should warn you, it won't be easy getting in. No civilians are allowed entry. The only way will be for you to pass for a gold cloak.
It seems risky. Could work. What would it take to pass for one of them?
You will need a full uniform. Breastplate, helm, boots, gloves, and a cloak, of course. I believe we'll be able to find everything we need in town. If you find yourself unable to secure any of the items, some craftsmen could probably provide you with the equipment you require. Be warned, this service will not come cheap.
Let's give it a try.
The town's merchants should be able to help. There's also a chance we'll come across men from the city watch patrolling the street. It can't be that hard to find opportunities to acquire what we'd need. I used to come here for drinks with my comrades when I was in the army. I believe they still do. A city watch guard sleeping off his wine.
Looks like he took his breastplate and helm off so he could sleep easier. They look my size.
The breastplate and the helm have been taken care of. I know that some city watchmen like to take a little nap when they're on their rounds. And it just so happens that this place is quiet and remote, which makes it an ideal spot, I'd say.
Well, well. Looks like someone's taking quite a little nap where it can't be seen.
Try to steal his gloves and boots.
It's risky, but worth a try. Let's do it really carefully.
Eh? What?
Ice and darkness.
Hey, you! How dare you steal from a gold cloak? Give that back! No one steals from Garth. You'll pay for that, wretch!
There you go. Gloves and boots are good. There are quite a lot of city watchmen who come here to have a good time with the girls. Lord Harleton told me that you know the woman who runs the brothel. Maybe she could help us.
Sir Alistair, my heart sank when I received news you'd been arrested. It is rare that a prisoner emerges from the Red Keep to see the light of day again.
The light of R'hllor guided my way to freedom.
Oh, God must... is a relief.
Jataya, I come to you today because I need help. Something terrible may have happened to Gawain, and I'm trying to find him. I may have a lead, but I must enter the city watchtower to pursue it.
You cannot go in there. Only gold cloaks are allowed.
That's exactly why I've come to see you. I know that some officers of the City Watch frequent your establishment, and I would like to borrow a uniform from you. With your permission, of course.
You want to disguise yourself and sneak into their own tower? Are you mad, Sir Alistair?
I'm afraid this is an unavoidable risk. I must find Gawain at all costs.
Well, you seem sure of yourself. I pray that your cunning has not become warped after you became a priest of R'hllor. Yes, I understand. Well, perhaps one of their cloaks could get lost during their romp? But that's all you'll get here. A cloak. Nothing else. I have forbidden them to walk around here with their weapons and armor. Don't want to risk being us.
That's perfect. Cloak is all I need.
Very well. Wait here for me. I'll see what I can do. You're in luck. An officer is just now relaxing with Alayaya. Here, be cautious.
Thank you.
Good, we have the cloak. This is where I stop. This point forth, you're on your own. Be very careful once you're inside. Pry as much information from the guards inside as you can. While you're infiltrating this place, I'm going to inform Lord Halton of our progress. I will be back shortly. Then I'll return here to await your arrival. Luck, Sir Alistair.
It's hopeless. With all the lashes this bastard is taking, he won't live to see another day.
What's the matter?
You were speaking of wages just. I want in.
We're wagering on how long that bastard lockdown there is going to last. There's quite a number of us in, so we've gathered a tidy little sum so far.
I see.
If you want in, ask Captain Karen. He's by the dungeon entrance. Digit 8 coin.
I've spent the whole day looking for the coat of arms. I've really had it with all this. If Harold wants to find out who this corpse was, why doesn't he look into it himself?
Not so loud. If he hears us, we're headed straight for the hole, or worse.
Yeah?
Excuse me, I heard you talk about Sir Harold. Is he truly that bad?
Let me guess. For a new recruit, eh? But let me give you a good piece of advice. If there's one man you shouldn't irk, it's him.
Yeah, Sir Harold is the worst. I remember one day, one of the guards joked about his heart. Nothing harsh, just a little laugh, you know. Well, he found out about it. The poor god's been on latrine scrubbing duty ever since that day.
Keep away from him as much as you can.
First time done it. Come on, it's a bit of fun. The prisoner couldn't care less, you know. He's going to die anyway. We may as well try and make a bit of money from his death.
What do you want?
Are you talking of the man who committed those murders in the sewers?
Yes, we've got him in the dungeon. Somehow, Commander Janos arrested him shortly after the crime was committed.
He's in one of the deepest dungeons. His two accomplices were in there with him, but they're dead now. The only one left. We gave them a good flogging. You should have heard them scream. But their boss, he's a tough one.
Scoring is wearing a tabard. Only you could fall asleep right next to a crime scene.
Yeah, Sir Harold hasn't had me relieved for at least 2 days. It could have been much worse.
Hello there, friend.
Sir Harold is the one who manages the relief team, is that right?
Not just that. He's also the officer in charge of stewardship. And he doesn't mess around. The other officers can throw you into the dungeons or give you extra duties whenever they please. But Sir Harold, he's the worst.
Yeah, once he has it in mind to punish you, drag you through the 7 hells. Oh, Benfrey, I hear you got caught sleeping on your watch yesterday.
Yes. The commander seemed pretty desperate for us to burn the dark-haired boy's body as quickly as we could. It's a bit fishy if you ask me. I have a feeling it has something to do with gold. Yes? Can we help you?
Is that body down there one of the victims of the sewer murders?
Yes. And since he's a nobleman, we're keeping him where it's cool while we wait to be told what to do with him. It shouldn't take long to find out who he was, as we already know the identity of the other victim.
It's kind of strange, actually. The other one was just a peasant's son, a dark-haired boy known as Cedric. But no one knows anything about the nobleman. Why was he hiding in the sewers with a poor merchant boy anyway?
Forget about it, Morton. At the end of the day, they're both dead.
I see. Thank you. I need to know if it's... I have to find a way to get down there.
Where the murders took place.
Hey, you. Don't I know you?
Maybe. My friends tell me I have a pretty common face.
Yeah. Well, what do you want?
I want to place a wager on this prisoner too.
That's great. The more the merrier.
I want to see what I'm putting my money on first, though.
Go ahead. If he's dead, let me know immediately.
Haven't seen you before. What brings you round here? You come to see the prisoner?
Yes, I want to see what state he's in before making a wager.
You'll have to come back later then. I shut the door. With this much money at stake, I don't want anybody getting any idea. I wagered that he would live 3 more days. I don't want anyone killing him when I'm not looking.
I see. I need a key to open this gate. No! His clothing carries the crest of Sarwick. All that effort. And for what? Gawain! No! Can't believe it. Perhaps it's someone else. A servant. Anybody. Wait. What's this? A letter. By the flame! And the girl's lock of hair is still attached to them. Really is. Forgive me. I should have returned soon. What on earth were you doing in that cellar, Gawain? Why did someone want you dead? His murderer. He's here somewhere. He will give me answers.
Oh, how's it going? Did you find out who it was? I'd rather get rid of the body before it starts to rot.
No. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I suspected as much. Even his assassin wasn't able to tell us anything.
He's locked up in here, isn't he?
Yeah, in a cell close by. But I am in charge of the keys, and I open the doors for no one.
I need to see him.
No way. There's too much money at stake for me to let anyone see him. If you kill him, I'll lose all my money. And that would really get my knickers in a twist.
Too bad. It isn't just your money that you're going to lose today. Say your prayers, roughneck.
You're dead! Owen! Help!
Get a good eyeful, you son of a whore.
I asked the questions. You're Oris, aren't you?
Bugger off.
Listen to me, fool. I'm not a gold cloak, but I can kill you right now if you so wish. On the other hand, should you answer my questions, I'll make it worth your while.
You're not from the City Watch? You're telling the truth. I have nothing to lose. Ask your questions.
I asked your friends. You were paid to kill those men in the sewers, weren't you?
What do you think? Did I kill for the pleasure of it? Of course I was paid.
Who? Who hired you?
That bastard, Janos Slint. Commander of the City Watch himself, who told me to slit the throats of the two men hiding in that damn cellar. We'd known each other for some time. Came to me in the tavern I frequent. Said he had a job for me. Said it'd pay 300 silver stags. Enough to feed us all for more than a year. I asked for part of the money up front, as I always do. Told me to meet him at his office, and everything went well. But when two of my men and I came to collect the other half of the money after I'd completed the job, he had us thrown into this hole. He tricked me.
How did you meet? Did you serve as a gold cloak?
No, not at all. But I've done this kind of favour for the commander in the past. There'd never been any problem until now, so I didn't have any reason to doubt him. As I told you, I was in his office upstairs when he made his offer. Paid me the advance without any trouble. Left to get the money, I took a quick look around his office. There was a letter. I can't read, but I recognised the seal I saw at the bottom of that letter. Valar's, the Queen's lapdog.
Valar? Are you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. He and his Bloodseekers have been getting in our way since they came to King's Landing. We're needed less and less because of them. I realised too late that it was them I was working for. I've turned down this offer.
The Bloodseekers. Those damned thugs. If Valar really is behind all this, that letter may just help me bring him down. I have to get into this office.
Get me out of here! I told you everything you need to know. Your turn to help me. These scoundrels of the City Watch betrayed me, and now they're wagering on when I'm going to die. I'm the leader of the Reapers. You saved my life. You won't regret it.
You took my brother's life. I pray to R'hllor that you'll suffer eternal damnation.
Ah!
Here is for officers only. Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've been ordered to collect some important documents for the small council of the Red Keep.
Oh? On whose orders?
Commander Janos Slint in person.
The commander? Why would he ask you to do that?
I was traveling by his side to the Red Keep. Once there, he said he'd forgotten some documents and that I had to quickly return them to him or there'd be trouble.
Yeah. The commander gives an order, you better do what he says. Rather not have any trouble. Go ahead. But move your ass.
So here's the infamous letter. That assassin wasn't lying. Let's have a look.
Lord Alistair. Please, my lord.
Hob?
Oh, I'm so glad they let you go, my lord. I was so afraid when I heard the gold cloaks had taken you away. A sorry business it was.
Yes, Lambert was far less fortunate than me, I fear. Did they cause you any trouble?
Me? No. Who could have anything against a poor bugger like me? Anyway, I've kept away from the house since then. But I have a favour to ask of you, my lord. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
It depends on what it is. What is the matter with you?
With me? Nothing. But I fear for Bethany, a friend of mine. She's a good girl, only in a difficult situation. She needs a kind hand, you see.
Who is the young girl, Hub? I didn't know you to have such...
She isn't... Well, I mean, she's a friend, my lord. You might say she's a friend, but not in the way you think. You'll go weak at the sight of her, my lord. She's a real beauty, and so sweet, too. The image of the maid, and you'll see. She'd explain it best. Better than me, I'm sure.
I have not agreed to anything. I have other matters to attend to. Do not have the time to rush to the aid of all the pretty little things that you meet.
Oh, of course, my lord. I understand. I'm sorry. 1,000 pardons for taking your time. It's unforgivable. Later, perhaps. Once you've seen to your urgent matters. I'm sure Bethany wouldn't mind waiting a short while.
I'll see. Later.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. I'll be off to tell her the good news. I can't tell you how happy she'll be.
So, sir, find out what happened to your brother?
Yes. Valar had him executed. Mark my word. I'm going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. You left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
Ice and death, this wretched dog knows no limits. Killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halton immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.